Welcome back to another episode of Essentially Heroes. I'm back with
What's
my
good, amazing
partners.
people?
Okay.
It's
It
actually
is
pretty.
good to be back.
It's actually like just a little hard to breathe in here, so I'm just gonna take that off for right now.
Ah, darn! I was really looking forward to having that on the whole
episode, man.
I'll put it on again later.
Okay.
All right. So today's episode is a concoction of, I guess, Vic mainly. You're the one who brought this to bear.
So look, we are gonna recommend some comics that are popping, that are trending, that are viral right now. Ale knows, he knows. And I'm gonna talk about, my personal comics that I'm reading right now. Ali's gonna go into his, and pretty much go based off what we like, what we want to recommend, and then switch over to mangas and movies and animes.
Well, we are going to talk about anime because we are in a fall anime renaissance. And we here at the Essentially Heroes are here to welcome you guys into this anime renaissance with open arms.
The new era,
we
baby.
As anime fans eat like we are Vikings in the halls of Valhalla. Okay.
We in Vinland Saga now, baby. Let's
Which
go.
is coming out soon.
Coming
out soon.
It is.
Bleach has inspired me to jump back in the addiction that is anime.
Oh yeah.
Otakus unite.
Yes, we gonna get into all that. We're gonna get into all that. Yo, but before that, y'all know what time it is. Better drop them likes. Better subscribe. Better leave them comments. Better do all the beautiful YouTube things.
And hit
Share.
that holy bell.
Mhm.
Hit it so you know when we're always uploading.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Now we got business out of the way. Let's get the pleasure.
So look, I'm jumping in. I'm getting my 5 minutes and I'm going. All right, let me stop.
All right, I gotta cut that out. So anyway, rewind. All right. So hey, Vic. So what comic books you got going on, man?
I got me some R-rated comics and some PG comics. So
ooh, nice.
I've been tapping into Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Look at this fucking
Deadly
artwork.
Neighborhood Spider-Man. What the hell? What is he, like Green Goblin or something?
So basically, from what I read today, because I bought this today, and what is today? Today is October 19th. Peter Parker is a scientist in California trying to figure out an equation using the Fibonacci sequence with another scientist, right? And he found this relic where every time he touches it, he sees an alternate dimension of California destroyed. And he's basically outside of his body viewing himself as the Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man. But it only gives you like glimpses. Like the one thing that's notable is like they drew Spider-Man as an arachnid, like a spider. That shit was fire to me. I highly recommend it if you're in the Halloween spirit right now and you want an alternate take on Peter Parker. For now, it seems like a side story, but
I'm just gonna say, just to piggyback off what Vic said, there's a lot happening in the Spideyverse. There's a lot of things popping. You got the Miles Morales story. That's pretty good. What issue are they on? I think they're near the 20s right now, which is pretty good. They're starting the Spideyverse again. They just had the first issue last week, which was pretty damn good.
Whoa.
And the Amazing Spider-Man just restarted back up. A lot of drama in his life, as always.
the artwork Spider.
His personal life is in a shitty position.
As
he's
always.
just navigating his life. And
I
he's
mean,
another one where he just can't be with Mary Jane. He just cannot be with her.
Is it a Spider-Man comic if he's not miserable though?
What happened?
But is it a Spider-Man comic if he's not miserable though? Like, be honest. Like, bro, like we saw. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Gwen Stacy. Yeah, but like, just from what we saw in the MCU, like people hate it when Peter's happy. Like that's what I've come to notice. Like,
you know what? It makes sense.
It does. That's why we have a deadly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I definitely got to read that.
Which they're probably testing it out to see how people like the that version of the character, and then if it tests well, then they're gonna keep him around for a bit.
Word. 2 comics that I just copped today. I'm gonna jump into Moon Knight and Night of the Living Dead first issue. You know, as a movie fanatic, videographer, the legends behind this.
Yo, they got a tie-in comic for everything. I swear, bro. Like,
they really do.
Last time I was at the comic book shop, I was looking at these Adventure Time comics. I'm like, really, bro? Adventure Time. They got SpongeBob. They got
Rick and Morty. I saw that, but I don't know.
Yeah,
they're deep. They're deep into Rick and Morty.
Yeah, but okay. So Moon Knight. There was a pretty big boom in, I guess, Moon Knight after the show. Is this for like before or after the show?
This is before the show. This is continuing from 2021.
Usually these comics will come out like a good couple of months before the show comes out. Like before She-Hulk came out, the latest issue, the latest volume of She-Hulk came out as well. Where so the comics, they try to catch you up before the shows come out.
Word. Ale doesn't recommend Teen Titans. Well, Titans. That's what it's called now.
Titans.
Really?
It is very mid. I'm at this point, I'm just watching it. Just so I know how it finishes. But y'all don't have to go through it. Don't go through it.
I mean, yeah, I get where you're coming from. Even like earlier on in the show, because I kind of fell off somewhere in season 2, and like the finale was just so like it was very underwhelming, and it wasn't very well done. I feel, especially with like kind of how it was like. So basically, the season finale for season 1 is actually episode 1 of season 2, which is pretty stupid. Like,
and Vic, you will hate what they did with the Red Hood. You would absolutely hate what they did with the Red Hood in Titans. Like,
that would get me mad.
Oh man,
I haven't watched it.
The Red Hood's in it, but it's not the Red Hood you're reading in your comics. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Damn.
It's more like the
PG.
Which Robin became Red Hood?
It was Jason Todd.
Jason Todd became Red Hood. So it's more like in the Titans, Dick Grayson acts like they're both two depressing Robins. It was never really like that. Like,
what?
Dick Grayson was always a more like a
positive dude. Like,
he was already exactly like this. Dick Grayson is not positive.
He's coming out in
this Dick Grayson is not positive. He's just as fucked up and depressed as Bruce Wayne and Red Hood, and it doesn't work. The economy just doesn't work.
They're trying to get edgy for the teens. No, let me stop. I'm sorry. But look, I'm about to jump into Batman Presents White Knight Red Hood. I'm about to jump into. They have a Batman comic where Red Hood fights Nightwing, and I was told that like it's pretty epic.
Ooh.
These two I'm about to jump into. Crypt of Shadows, which is like a one-shot Halloween series. You see Moon Knight, X-23. I forgot her name, but I know she has a British accent.
Oh yeah, I don't recognize her.
I used her. She was in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 because I beat that this year, I think. Yeah. And then Alien, because again, I'm jumping back into the horror genre. I like that spooky gory illustration, and
Getting
then
that aliens deep lore.
word, and then Midnight Suns.
Hey,
Look at that Scarlet Witch.
That's fire. Ooh, I'm assuming this is a tie-in from the game.
I'm assuming that too, because I haven't seen Scarlet Witch in the comics, but I heard from the guy who sold me this that she's in the game. You can play as her. It's from the creators of XCOM.
Moon Knight, it deals with magic, so you're not gonna have. And they're bringing all the magic heavy hitters of Marvel in that.
As Wolverine says,
Wanda's gonna be in it. Wanda's gonna be in it.
Yeah, she is.
Well,
especially if Agatha's in it.
Where Clea's in it, Zoe's in it. They got Blade. They have a range of characters.
But what was weird though? What was weird though is they have like Captain America and Spider-Man in there too, and it's like they do, yeah. And I'm like, why? Okay. Why this game? Like I'm assuming that they were like, yeah, we gotta put some like recognizable characters. People don't know who half the fuck these people are. Like we gotta marvel it up, man.
Word.
Captain America.
Yeah. Word. Issue 1 and 2 are out right now of Midnight Suns. 3 should be coming in November, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
So far, like I definitely recommend it. It's definitely lighthearted. It's comedic. It's not taking itself too serious like other comics are right now. But only thing I didn't like is they made Wolverine too comedic. I like when he's serious, but he's funny when every time they talk about magic, he's like, people in their magic shit. Tired of this shit. And I remember one of the characters like, this is your third time saying that. But it's a good comic so far. Doctor Doom is hilarious. That's all I gotta say.
Ooh, got Doctor Doom.
I love Doctor Doom. I mean, he's still a dick, but I love him as a villain.
Word. Ali, I'm gonna let you take over what comics you got.
I just want to say, I'm so happy that Vic has always loved comics, but he's having a resurgence of this comics, and I'm happy because now I can actually talk about comics with him. Because I've been reading shit, and I don't have anybody to talk about it with. But I would say for the past, 5 years, I've been following the X-Men comics, and it's helped me just dabble back into the rest of the Marvel universe. And it's been a great time to dive into X-Men during this time because we are living in the era of Krakoa. I'm not even know if I'm saying it. Krakoa. And it's such an amazing story. It's such an amazing saga within mutantdom. I was there for when Dawn of X started, which is the House and Powers of X. And it is an amazing series by Jonathan Hickman.
Yep.
I highly recommend. Look up Dawn of X, read that, and then you could really dive into what's really going on with the X-Men universe right now.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things happening. And I'm going to just say right now, at least for the past 3 years since, Dawn of X, and now we're in the Destiny of X now, but since the Krakoa of X-Men have started, it's been carrying the Marvel comic industry on its back.
Yeah.
Because it is. And now they finally have a event where they're focusing on the mutants because they defeated death. Within all this, they defeated death. And now the whole universe got its eyes on the mutants. And there are so many amazing things happening. I highly recommend you guys read Judgment Day. It's just an amazing story. I've been really following it. And it branches off into other different stories.
Iron Fist came out today.
Yeah, they sort of branded it as like a X-Men versus Eternals versus Avengers thing, but it's not really about that. What Judgment Day is basically the main event happening in the comics, in the comic book world right now in Marvel, and basically the Eternals, with the help of Sinister, who's a mutant, with the help of Tony Stark, have basically built a Celestial, and the Celestial is basically God. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Celestials are gods. So they basically built this god, and this god's not really happy, and now he is judging the entire world. He is judging everyone, and it's just an amazing story because it's not just heroes getting judged. It's normal ass people getting judged as well. And I think that's where the story really hits. Because you could be you're reading about Captain America getting judged, and the next chapter, you're reading about a pedestrian and how that person's getting judged. And it's like, did you live your true self? It's not necessarily about good or evil. It's about, did you stand firm to who you are? And that's what that message is really getting out. So just with that alone, I highly recommend everybody just read it. Because I'm doing shit in my life, and I'm reading this shit, and I'm just like, fuck.
You're like,
am I really like standing true to who I am? Fuck.
Shit got you thinking about
your life. That's the power of comics. It's
Word.
Right.
Axe is really big. Like every time I go to
Axe,
the
that's
store,
what it's called. Avengers, X-Men, Eternals, Axe, Judgment Day. I highly recommend y'all read it. Issue 6 is coming out pretty soon, which I am very much looking forward to.
Word. Ali wasn't lying. Like X-Men is really holding the backbone of Marvel because every time I go to the comic book store, Immortal X-Men, X-Men Red, and Axe related to the X-Men, like the Avengers, X-Men, Eternals, always sold out. Like I have to literally get back orders or like, wait till more shipments come. I'm like, fuck. So for all my peeps out there, I downloaded Comic Hub, shameless plugin, and I use it to pre-order comics before they arrive to the store. So I always have the latest lineup. Check it out if you're into that type of stuff.
But what I've been reading today, so Big went to the comic store and he got me Death to All Mutants, which is just an incredible story. It's basically based on what the Judgment Day I told you guys about. And basically Earth is at risk. The progenitor is trying to destroy it, and the Eternals with the X-Men, with the Avengers, have to make some decisions that affect the Earth. Because in this world, in the Marvel's comic universe, planet Earth is like a machine. So you really get the machine narrating itself what it's going through. And he's telling you like, yeah, I'm getting fucked up, y'all, but hopefully they can help me. And the progenitor is like, all right, I failed all these humans, kill them all. And Earth is like, nah, bro. Like, he's literally like, nah, bro. So, definitely check it out. Mad dope. This boy brought X-Men. He brought X-Men.
Look at that variant cover.
Ooh.
That shit is fucking nostalgic for me. I saw it. I had
to see if I recognize the artist. Maybe not.
It doesn't say.
I feel like I've seen the art somewhere before, but okay, nice.
They usually edit it right there.
They usually credit the variant. They usually credit. They usually credit the variant artist.
Right there. They usually do.
Boom. Yeah, but they've been having some great variant artists though. Like
Facts. That's all I've been getting, man.
Yeah,
Especially Batman versus Robin's variants covers, man.
I said something. Any variant with Jean as the Phoenix is a variant for me. It's a variant for me, bro. No, but basically what's happening within X-Men, they tackling the children of the Vault. That's a whole other comic. See, I was telling Vic, I'm buying this off you, which I did, because there's so much happening. Like I said, I highly recommend read The Dawn of X, read Children of the Vault, and this is what they're dealing with. They're dealing with Children of the Vault in this issue. They went to the Vault, and basically they did a mission where they sent Derwin, Sync, and Wolverine, X-23, to the Vault. Time runs different there. Like 1 year is like 100 years. Well, no, week. Because they were there for maybe 4 months, which equaled like 500 years. They lived countless lifetimes in this vault. But because of their X gene, Wolverine, healing, not dying, Sync, stealing powers, Darwin adapting, they sent these 3 mutants into the vault to investigate. Only Sync made it out. Wolverine died. They brought her back, but Darwin was left in there, and he has the ability to adapt.
Yeah, so he's not gonna die.
And these children of the vault are examining his gene. So the fact that they have his gene and they probably have it on lock, these children of the vault are not gonna die easily. So they're going back to the vault to get Darwin back because they don't know if he's dead. They can't bring him back if they don't know if he's dead. So that's what this issue is about. Very interesting stuff. I didn't read it yet. I'm itching to read it. I'm wondering what Forge is going to get himself into this time. That's what this issue is about.
Very cool.
Okay.
Very cool.
Okay. One more recommendation I would make is the Punisher series. They still got that gritty art style where Punisher is fucking people up, taking daggers, sticking it up there. Like he's violating people. I showed Ale, there was like a scene where, because now to catch you up, the Punisher is the leader of the Hand, which is a ninja organization in Japan that worships a war god. And that concept alone pissed off a god from Greek mythology. I think it was Ares, to where he started confronting Punisher about that because he considered Punisher one of his disciples, like one of his, people that gave him power because of all the mass murders that Punisher did for quote unquote the good. But yeah, him running a ninja organization is literally showing his vulnerable side, like tapping into his childhood. Like there was one issue I read out of the 6 that are out right now where it talked about his first body, like when he lived in Queens. Like man's caught a body at 15 years old.
Damn, Punisher out there getting it. My
yeah,
boy Frank.
Man.
That boy Frank, he don't play.
Word, because when you lead a bunch of assassins, like you have to show them how you got to where you got, and tell them about your history, which makes you vulnerable. And Punisher hasn't changed, man. He sticks to his morals, man. I just think there's a devious plot behind the Hand because they miraculously brought back his wife, and I feel like they're using it as a crutch against him to make decisions against his character. But I recommend reading it. They're coming out with the graphic novel with issues 1 through 6 next week. It's on the 25th or the 26th of October. Correct me if I'm wrong. So tap into it, man. The art style, it's so fucking crazy how they're still innovative with the gore and the craziness that Punisher does to his foes, man. Like there was one illustration of him with like 3 ninja stars in his face, still blasting people like away, bro. I'm just like, what? Oh my god,
that's crazy. But very on brand for Frank Castle.
Hell yeah,
very
man.
much.
He's still out here, man. But that's all I got for y'all, man. I could tell you plenty more, but we'll save it for next time.
Yes, sir. Got 10 minutes.
And now it's time to move over comics because
Bleach in the house
manga and anime has entered the building.
All right.